What's going on, guys? It's the Forex Prince here, James, coming live and in the bag with Forex today. Today I'm going to be explaining my indicators and why I have them set at the chosen custom levels and all that good stuff for you fine people out there that watch my videos. Um, I do want to ask one favor though, right? When you see these things that people are giving you for free for forex like strategies, make sure you back test them. Aside from back testing them, make sure you pick a strategy that works for you, but most importantly, make sure you take action. What's the point of giving y'all gems and jewels if y'all don't do nothing with it? Tell you, like my gurus and mentors told me, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't do nothing with it, then you're still poor. So at the end of the day, when somebody give you something good, look into it, take some action, and move on from it. With saying all that, let's get right into this video. We're gonna talk about my first indicator, which is the alligator. I'll show you up here. My alligator, I have it set at I think it's basic with the periods, but I have the jaw shift -2, and I have it on the exponential. The reason I have it on a -2 and exponential is because, let me show you. See how this is live market too. I don't know if I'll be taking a trade, but I'll try my best. Up here, let me see, let me get my cursor. Up here, if you notice, oh sorry, it had a cross right here. This cross on the RSI and the stock oscillator. We just talk about the alligator right now. Just focus on alligator one step at a time. Okay, so yeah, the cross right here. If we wouldn't have backed it to, it would have been over here, something like that. And that's just too late to be getting into a trade. So I backed it up too, so it can give me my pistol entry. I don't know if you don't know what a pistol entry is. Watch my last video, and it'll explain exactly what a pistol entry is. But yeah. So that's what the alligator is for. I took out the red line, which is the teeth, because it wasn't really doing anything. Like if I show you, I put it on. Like it doesn't mean anything. Like you could let me zoom in. I got it at a 1. I hope y'all can see it. Let me back it out. Let me back it out. Let me put it at a 4 so it's more visible. Okay, so good. Right? For the cross to happen, all right? The green needs to have crossed the red and the blue. All right? But being that I set it back 2 periods, a -2 periods, it don't need the red line. It don't need to cross the red line. If it crossed the blue line, that's more than enough confirmation that it's going in that direction. So which is why I took it off and I turned it to black, and it's there, but it's no longer there. You see it here. It's just, if I come in, it's just across the green and the blue. All right. And like I said, I have them set at a -2, and it's at an exponential. The exponential is weighted, not like the weighted would be, but it's like I guess it's rounded numbers or whatever, and they basically stick to price more. Okay, so I choose those settings for the alligator to make it stick to price. All right, I'm also going to be showing you a strategy today that not many gurus talk about, but a lot of them know about. And if you haven't made it to this part of the video, you wouldn't know nothing about the strategy. So that's the key to my videos, right? You have to watch a good amount of it to get the gems, all right? Because sometimes I drop the gems in the beginning, sometimes I drop them at the end, sometimes I drop them in the middle. This video I might just scatter them out because it's going to be a few indicators. So all right, let's go into the next indicator. Next indicator I have here is my 200 moving average. We'll talk about the 200 and the 50 while we have them. All right, the 200 is the yellow line, the 50 is the white line. Okay, so example here, and this is one of the hidden strategies that no one talks about, right? When price touches the lines either direction, right? Sorry, I don't know what happened here. When price touches the lines either direction, right? 1 second. Let me get my markup lines off the charts. All right. So when price touches either line, you can best believe that it's going to continue in that direction. So let's just take an example here. Price touched this line. It touched this line, the 200 moving average, and it kept shooting up. When it touched the 50 moving average, that gave me more than enough confirmation for a long buy. All right. It came up, it reached its high as it possibly could, which if you know support and resistance, its resistance is a previous support. So you know it's going to either try to test that line or it's going to go back. All right. So it tested it many times. Generally, if it tests any of these lines here, you see how I reject. When it rejects, it basically is going to go in another direction. Whenever it has a ranging market, it's going to go in the other direction. You see, ranging market came down, ranging market went up, ranging market came down, ranging market. Now here is where I said I was talking about the strategy, right? So price came down, it touched the line, it broke, it went down. It came up, touched the line, it went up, came up, came back down, touched the line, went down, right? It just went down. At this point, it wasn't going to go back up because you see the space in between the 50 and the 200 get closer. It's going down, right? So it went down. Here, I wouldn't have put in any more buys and other stuff. I would have put a buy here. When it came down here, I would have put a sell. But it came down to its low. It ranged. I would have let go of my trade, let it do its pullback. Then I would have sold again, and I'd have let it continue on to it see the next range. The next range would have, been a little stretch, maybe a day or two. But still, it would turn back around. It touched the line. It came all the way up, and it came down. So here you see it on a ongoing. Once you see that the 50 and the 100 cross, that lets you know that a reversal is coming soon. Not now, but soon. All right. So this is a strategy that nobody talks about. Some say when it's above a certain line or below a certain line, you only look for so-and-sos. But that's just them being simple with the trading. I believe that once we look, this is how you look for reversals. Once the 50 and the 200 cross, it literally will do a reversal. Like, give me an example. Look, it crossed here, right? Crossed here. Let me know that eventually cross here, it did its reversal. You don't believe me? Let's go back further in time, right? And this is a different direction of a reversal. It crossed here, right? Came up, and it reversed here, right? Let's do one more example. We just gonna spin it until we get something irregular. Look. Crossed here. It did its due for as much as it could, but then it reversed here. And reversals usually last a little minute, up and down, up and down, up and down. So you could do that. I wouldn't trade from cross to cross. That's totally not profitable. So that's just a little gem. We're gonna go back to what we was talking about though. So we got the moving averages, then we got the alligator, which is here on this main chart here. Here on the bottom chart, I have a stock oscillator and an RSI. Combined, I call them the RSI oscillator. Yeah, I know it makes no sense. Or the stock RSI, you can say that too, but RSI oscillator sounds a little better to me. So yeah, so we're gonna go into the stock oscillator and notice. All right, so yeah, so on here we have a 26K moving period, a standard 3 moving period, and a 2 slowing moving average. All right, with the slowing is basically how far the lines will be delayed, but I think 2 is about 0 for me, for where I have now. So normally when you come in here, right? Normally when you come in here, you have what's this thing called? This K moving average. I think it's 5. I think it's 5 moving average. One of the lines is percent times percent, but I don't get the math yet. So, but I know I treat this as in period that I will use for the RSI. So a 26 moving period for the RSI is like 15 minutes. All right. So that's what I'm doing. I basically turned my stock oscillator into a 15-minute chart indicator by moving up the periods. All right. Some say I use 52. 52 is a good one as well. I think that's the half an hour, but um, 26 is fine tuned for me. And with price field, I use low and high. So meaning one of the lines would be an all-time low and one of the lines would be an all-time high. So now the line that I focus on mainly is my high. Down here, and I have it also as exponential, so it's just tighter to the graph. Okay. With this right here, with the styles, I've turned off the main chart line. It's the line that follows the signal line, and I only follow the signal line. All right, because if you back test the strategy, let's go back. Do back. Let me turn off. Let me turn off the RSI. Turn off the RSI. Let's go in here. Let's give this a color, which is usually blue, and you'll see. Yeah, I got rid of all them other lines. Let's see. Come on. You'll see right here, right? How the blue line came down here, but the red line didn't. So if you was to be following the blue line solely, but you waiting for the signal line to confirm, it won't, because they never match. The lows and highs never match. This is a low and this is a high. So I turned off the blue line so I could follow the signal line solely for what it is, because of the proper placing, right? So I came in here and I just turned it black, and now it shows me that. Now I have to turn my RSI back on, so let me get into that real quick. Let me get into the RSI. RSI, right? I have it at a 7 moving period. Basically, the last 7 candles is what they'll use to predict the 8th candle. All right, I'm using the RSI as like a predictor. I got this strategy, something from the Ichimoku cloud, but even though I don't use the Ichimoku clouds itself, I use the 7 moving period. Okay, so, and I got some levels here for 75 being a possible sell, 25, or I'm gonna go from start from zero. I'm start from zero because it's a little weird now. All right, so from 50, which is 0, is range. Whenever the market breaks into the range, let me show you. Come on. Whenever the market breaks into the range, like let's say it come up here and it pull back, right? That lets you know, all right, it came up here, right? And then it pulled back. Then it came up here and then it pulled back. One more pullback would have been a downtrend, all right? Or letting you know that it was it's still, price hasn't moved. So it came up and it did what it did. But each part, each level lets you know off the bat where it is. So you got range, you got 16 and 25, 16 being the oversold market and 25 being a possible buy. That's just where I put PB and PS for me solely, so I go look at the market at these places and I watch the movement, and if it's going in the direction that I see or I like, I put the trade. 75 is the possible sell, with 82 being the overbought market. Got that tip from Jeremy, CEO Cash, and my indicators also comes from the Ichimoku Cloud and Trader Nick. I got a piece of it from Trader Nick. So I got those levels, and then down here you'll see that they blend. And now I'm going to put all of this together, all right, to show you how you would trade this system and become profitable. Okay, so you look down here. Let me make the RSI line a little bit bigger, right? Not that big, something maybe half that. Okay, so come down here and we're gonna go to the hour chart, because people say the hour chart has more pips. We're going to go to the hour chart. Let me move that just a hair over. Alright, so hour charts are a little off, but it's cool. You could always tweak it to fit your liking. These levels would only be, I got these levels from the 1 minute chart, so I'll show you why. Mainly on the 1 minute chart, everything, if it touches 85, which is usually here, it's going to spike up a little bit, play around in that area range, and then come back down. Okay, so I put the 82 as a possible buy because it's that after any point after 82 is just range, and it's coming back down. So to trade these two indicators profitably with the indicators up here, right, is, I mean, automatically once you see a cross with the alligator, you follow it. You follow it and you make a movement. But these are your confirmations. See, the alligator crossed up here, and you could, if I leave my line where it is on the oscillator, means that these are delayed too. Where it is on the oscillator, I have well the line, these lines here is accurate. I have the alligator delayed, so you would have caught in here. That's a confirmation because it's at the peak of the signal, the stock oscillator, and the peak of the RSI. Give me a second. I'm trying to link it. All right, it's at the peak. All right, at this peak, you feel me? What goes up must come down. It already done went up. Now I gotta come down. Now it done came down as much as it could. It crossed and it came down. Cross is your one confirmation. Stock oscillator is your second confirmation, and your RSI is your third confirmation. Boom. Now you just got three confirmations telling you that it's getting ready to go on a short downtrend. All right. Short downtrend. Came down here. It touched the 50 line. Touched the 50 line. Price usually reverses once it touches the line, but you can't 100% backtest this. My strategy is like 90 to 100% accurate most of the time. All right. So with this being said, it came down here and passes. It went to the oversold market. Like I said, anything over OS is oversold market, which is at 16, and it is officially in the oversold market. So it has to come back up. So I'll wait until it hit possible buy to confirm it hit possible buy about here. That let me know it was coming back up. I got 1, 2. I wait. It's in the range right now. About here is where it crossed. All right, that's the possible buy line at the 25, and then it just took off. Boom! It would have reached its peak. I would have exited my trade and put a sell, and came down and caught these little short pips right here. Took my trade, confirmed, cross, boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Once you get the 1, 2, 3 on my screen, baby, it's over. You go ahead and you can take profits. Now, this is why I say you can match this up for the 1 hour to really get pips, right? Boom! It was at the bottom of the totem pole right here. Look at that. Bottom of the indicators. It was at the bottom of the indicator, people. Look at that. If you would have rolled it from here to here, my boy, you would have had like 1,400 pips. And just to show you some quick math, let's say it's 1,300 times. Let's say you do a 0.5 lot. And because these are hours, so 24 make an hour, and about a day or 2.5 days, you would have made $650. You would have made $650 in 2.5 days for just holding that trade. For just holding that trade. This is money in this, people. I don't know if you can see it, but it's money in this, whether you want to believe it or not. That could have just been one trade. Imagine if you'd have put two. You'd have made 1,300. If you'd have put two, if you'd have did two trades at 0.5, you'd have made 1,300. Would have made 1,300, my boy. So I hope y'all showed y'all this video, and I hope y'all liked it. I didn't really want to make a long video, but I did anyway. Like I said, sometimes jewels they're given to you, and what you do with them is what makes it really a jewel. You can't treat a diamond like a ruby. You can't treat a ruby like a diamond. But I hope you take action from this video. I hope you understand that, not everything is promised. So I'm not telling you, you follow these exact trades by heart. You get your confirmations, you move on. But if you do stick to Forex, you'll make it a very, 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 very profitable, very profitable career and a lifestyle. All right. So I just, want to thank y'all and your time. Until next time, I'm going to be doing a challenge soon on turning $100 into my first 10K. And, like I said, it shouldn't be that hard now that I've already lost what I lost and I learned the markets for what it is. So, with just that being said, take action, learn to love life, and continue on with your way, man. Peace.